This is the police! We have you surrounded!
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Favor Godwin, and on this channel we talk about everything forensic. If you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for stopping by, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for being on this journey with me. I am so glad that you're going on this journey with me. Please, if you come across this video on your timeline, take a minute to like, to share, and to subscribe. It is absolutely free. You're not paying any hidden subscription fee to subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Share this video with your friends, with your family, with those people that you love, your colleagues at work, at school. Share this video. Encourage them to also subscribe. Encourage them to also like the videos. Encourage them to also leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know that I am not wasting my time coming here every week to put a video out for you guys, to share forensic with you guys. Let me know that I am not wasting my time. Please please share, please subscribe to this channel. So before we start today's video, I have to first of all say a very loud God forbid, because God forbid. And if you keep watching this video, you will see why I am saying God forbid. Why? God forbid, I beg. God forbid. Because life is in this stranger than fiction. Nancy Brophy left for work on the morning of June 2nd, 2018, to the Oregon Culinary Institute, where he worked as a teacher. He was an American chef and a culinary instructor. When students arrived later, they discovered his lifeless body in a kitchen, having been shot twice. His death was investigated as a homicide. In September 2018, a romance writer was arrested on suspicion of murdering her spouse. Nancy Brophy plotted for months to kill her spouse until she made her devious plan a real-life tale. According to Joy Treatway, who was in the same Rose City Romance Writers, a local chapter for Romance Writers of America, in 2013, when Nancy was president at the time. Nancy would be the last person that I would imagine could potentially do something like that. She seemed like a sweet little old lady who was very goofy, very gregarious, and loved being in the spotlight. She could never imagine this kind of brutal crime coming from her. Treatway said Nancy wasn't outspoken about everything, and she couldn't recall the writer ever mentioning her husband, Dan Brophy. However, she had no insight that would suggest that there were any difficulties at home. The couple were described as opposites who thrived on having a very loving relationship with each other. Treatway said, Nancy is loud and always laughing, but then on the flip side, Dan is very quiet and introspective. He liked organic gardening, going out into the woods foraging for mushrooms, and he probably liked his chickens more than he liked talking to people. They were very different people, but they had a loving marriage. Even one of Nancy's friends said that Nancy had told her they had sex every night, and then afterward she would go back to writing. However, a very different story was unfolding behind closed doors. And according to the prosecution, the Brophies were struggling financially. Portland's Coin 6 News reported that in the fall season before Dan Brophy's death, the couple took out $35,000, or nearly half, from his retirement account. The funds were used to catch up with mortgage and credit card payments. Nancy Brophy had kept busy writing. Over the years, she published novellas and romance suspense novels with titles like The Wrong Lover, The Wrong Hero, and The Wrong Husband. In 2011, she wrote a tongue-in-cheek piece which she titled How to Murder Your Husband, and listed several ways for killing a person, including shooting a gun. In that piece, Nancy wrote loud, mercy requires some skill. If it takes 10 seconds for the sucker to die, either you have terrible aim or he's on drugs. Treatway said it was consistent with her personality, and she thinks Nancy wrote it simply for the shock value, the clickbait of it all. At the time, people wrote in the comment section, "Nancy, I love how your mind works," and even one of the authors said, "I identify with this. There are plenty of times when I would like to kill my husband too." Treatway further said that she thinks it was written in a dark, humorous way, and nobody took it seriously or as an actual threat to Dan's life. Even one person joked, "I'm going to call Dan and make sure he's alright." I'm not defending it as a good choice of writing, but I certainly understand from the context of choosing to write something a little bit incendiary so you can create the clickbait for more people to be potentially exposed to your books, Treatway added. Time passed and no one thought twice of Nancy Brophy's piece. Then on the morning of June 2nd, 2018, Dan Brophy was filling buckets of ice and water at a sink. He was preparing for his day as an instructor when a mysterious figure walked into the kitchen and shot him in the back. He fell to the ground and he was shot again, this time in the chest, at close range. His body was discovered later by his students and the community was heartbroken. Dan Brophy was a beloved figure who was known for serving the local homeless, but no one was more distraught than his widow, who lost the love of her life. Nancy had told investigators during the initial investigation that she had walked the dogs and had a shower on the morning of the incident. In 2020, investigators found traffic camera footage that showed her driving to and then departing from the culinary school during a 13-minute window when the homicide happened. Then she amended her story and said she had no memory of such a drive or being there, and that she was likely on a coffee run that she forgot about due to the stress of the day's event. A forensic scientist with the Oregon State Police revealed that Dan Brophy, who was age 63 at the time of his death, was shot with a Glock pistol. Prosecutors said that Nancy had researched and purchased a ghost gun kit online, and then later bought a Glock 17 handgun at a gun show. The prosecuting team built a case upon the circumstantial evidence indicating that Nancy Brophy was a murderer. They argued that a false account of her whereabouts on the morning of the murder indicated her account was untrustworthy. They further said that her motive was greed and that she would have pocketed over $1.5 million from her husband's life insurance policy. She would also have full ownership to their $300,000 home. Prosecutors said she wanted to sell the house, move to Portugal, and live as an expat. Meanwhile, Dan had chickens, backyard experiments, and his organic garden. His solution to their financial problems was just to work more. Nancy's solution was to sign him up for another job so he never had a day off. Nancy conceded that she had bought a slide and a barrel for a Glock pistol via eBay. She contended that the purchase had been made with her husband's support, that she had given the gun to her husband to protect himself while looking for mushrooms, and that the gun components were for research on a new novel involving a woman who carefully acquired gun parts. According to Treatway, Nancy was experiencing the kind of life she did not intend for herself. It seemed there was a lifestyle she wanted that her writing could never provide because she was never successful as a writer. She never sold enough books to even slightly have a comfortable life. It barely supported her Starbucks habits, so it appeared that she thought killing would be the way to get the lifestyle that she always wanted. Nancy Brophy was arrested in September 2018, and she said she had no reason to kill her husband. Police never found the gun that killed Brophy, and the prosecutors claimed that Nancy Brophy swapped out the barrel of the gun used in the shooting and then discarded the barrel. The defense lawyer said the gun parts were an inspiration for Nancy's writing. They suggested someone else might have killed Dan Brophy during a robbery gone wrong. She testified during the trial that her presence near the culinary school on the day of her husband's death was a mere coincidence, and that she had parked in the area to work on her writing. On May 25, 2022, Nancy Brophy was convicted of second-degree murder, and on June 14, 2022, she received a sentence of life imprisonment with the possibility of parole. Straightway leaves us with the questions to ponder on as she reflects. If Nancy had been more successful as a writer, if money had not been a problem, would she have felt so desperate? Did she really love Dan? Only she can answer that. Can you now see why I said God forbid at the beginning, guys? Like, why? How? How did that even cross your mind? Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this video in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your loved ones, every single person around you. Till I come your way next time. Bye.